Hello, beautiful yogis. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are playing with this fun little flow that I have been teaching in my classes for the last little while, with a focus on back bending and heart opening. So let's get started. We're going to start on our back. So making your way down to your mat. Take your arms and your legs out long to begin with here. Start to soften the weight of your body down into the earth below. And start to now empty all of the air out of your lungs. We'll find 3 breaths together to begin our practice. Breathing in through your nose, let your belly expand. Find a pause at the top of that breath. And then you're going to open your mouth and let the breath out. Twice more like that. Breathe through the nose, expand the belly. Let the breath travel higher this time up into your ribs. Take a pause. Maybe this time you stick your tongue out as you open your mouth. Last one. Breathing through the nose, swell the belly. Expand the ribs. This time let the heart and the collarbones lift. Take a pause. With a great big sigh this time, open the mouth, exhale. Beautiful. Start to wriggle the fingers and the toes. And then as you breathe in, move your arms over your head. Take a stretch, point your toes, reach your fingers. And then exhale, lower your hands down by your side. You're going to bend your knees, take the soles of the feet down to the mat. And setting up for a rolling bridge shape here. So anchoring into those feet, starting to switch on through the glutes. As you inhale, we're going to push the hips up to the sky. And then as you exhale, just lower those hips back down. Keep the glutes squeezing as you move. Again, inhale, hips push high. And exhale, hips lower down. On this next one, you're going to add the arms in. Inhale, hips and arms travel upwards. Try to link the length of the movement to the length of the breath. Then exhale as you lower it down. 2 more times. Inhale. Breathe it out. Keep your arms as they are and exhale, lower your hips down towards the mat. Take your arms out wide to a T shape. And we're going to rock the knees now to the left side. So let them fall over to that side. We want the thighs separated and just feel a heaviness, that internal rotation through the top leg. We're going to now take our right hand and reach it over to our left hand. Reach really far here, even go as far as to reach the fingers past that bottom hand. And then you're going to drag or slide the right fingers towards the left armpit. And we're going to push ourselves up from here. So you're going to use that left forearm and the right fingertips as you push yourself up. We're going to end up in this mermaid shape position where the knees are both bent in the same sort of direction. Then we're going to come into a side body stretch. So take that right hand over towards the right foot, reach your left arm over your head and peel the chest open. We're trying to let the weight be pulled over to the right side here. From there, we're coming into a flash dance. You're going to take your left hand now, land it back behind your hips, push up onto your shins as you reach your right hand over your head and open up through your heart space. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forwards, and then exhale, come to a seat. Beautiful. Sweep both of your hands now behind your hips. Fingers face the body, and then we're just going to switch the direction of the knees, so rock them over to the right side. And now come back into center. So get even now through your hands and your feet. We're coming to a reverse tabletop. You're going to push evenly through all 4 points of contact. Lift your hips high. Now make your knees disappear before you lower your head back behind you. Keep squeezing glutes, pushing hips high. And then on your exhale, lower your hips down to the mat. Take the soles of the feet together and breathe yourself up into a tall seat, hands overhead. As you exhale, we're going to drape the weight forwards. We're rounding into the spine here, heavy through the head, just dropping everything forwards, letting the knees move to the sides. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then as you inhale, make your way up to a seat. We're going to come to a boat pose now. So take both of your hands behind your back. Find support there with the arms to begin with and start to get light through the toes as you lift the legs. Your hands can stay for support behind you here. They could hold the backs of your thighs or they could hover out to the sides. Pick what works for you. Good. Keep sitting tall, lessen the space between the belly and the thighs. We're going to tap the right toes to the mat, lift them back up. Left toes tap down, lift up, right. Good, and left. So you can keep going like that with the knees bent. If you want to add more, we're going to straighten the legs, hover, bring it back up. Left leg straightens, hovers, bring it back up. One more each side. Whew, starting to work that core. Good. So you can stay with either option 1 or option 2. If you want to add another layer, both legs at once. Exhale, we squeeze back to center. We've got 3 more. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, pull it back in. 2 more. Exhale. Last one, we're going to take it down and hover. Hover heels, hover shoulders. If you want to support yourself with your hands here, you can. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. We're coming all the way to the belly, all the way to the back, sorry. Lower it down. Whew. Take your arms over your head. Take a nice big stretch. And then as you exhale, lower your arms back beside yourself. Bend your knees, soles of the feet to the mat. And come into that rolling bridge. This time both hips and arms sweep upwards as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, lower them down. Twice more. Squeezing the bum as you float those hips. Last one. Good. This time we're going to keep our arms lifted, lower our hips down. Take your arms out to a T and we're making our way to the other side. So both knees roll over to the right side. Find that separation through your thighs and then get heavy through that left leg as it falls over to the right side. Take your left hand now. And reach it up and over towards the right hand. Roll yourself over in that direction. Maybe you get a little snap, crackle, pop through the spine. Then you're going to take the left fingertips back underneath the right armpit. Push yourself up to a seat. Use your forearm and your hands. We're in this mermaid shape on the other side. The left hand is going to come down. That right hand reaches up and over. Big side body stretch. Good, and then making your way into flash dance. So the right hand sweeps behind the body, the left hand travels overhead, pushing onto both shins, squeezing glutes, arching through the spine. Exhale, we come back down to a seat. Both hands come behind ourselves, fingers face the body, and the knees travel over to the other side. Beautiful. Make your way back in towards center. Butterfly seat, soles of the feet together. This time you're going to hold onto the feet like you're peeling open a book. Sit up tall, lift the heart in front. On your exhale with a long spine this time, hinge at your hips and pull the weight forwards. So the elbows might find the thighs as you push the arms down, as you push the legs down a little closer to the ground. Soften into the outer edges of your hips, into your glutes. Breath in and breath out. We're coming to a boat pose again, so you can get there like we got there last time. If you want more of a challenge to play with this time, peace fingers are wrapping around our big toes. We're going to start to sit ourselves up tall. Take the weight backwards and find that little float as you send the legs out in front. Knees might stay bent, maybe they straighten. We're sitting tall through the spine, lifting up and out of that lower back. Hands can stay with the bind, or maybe you're going to release the bind. Stay for 3. Beautiful work. For 2. And 1. Releasing soles of the feet to the mat, hands sweep behind. Reverse tabletop, squeeze the glutes, push your hips upwards and recline your head back. We're going to come through to an L sit this time. So start to lower your hips down. You're taking your hips now through your hands. Press the ground away, pull the toes to the face, lift up. Beautiful. Feet onto the mat. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. So if you want to have your hands on blocks here, that can be helpful to create a little more space for the hips to slide through. And we'll just go 1 more. Find that reverse table and then take the legs through for the L sit. Pause. This time challenge, you can hover a right leg, lower it down, hover the left, oof, lower it down, play with both legs. Oh, it's a lot. Reverse tabletop, make your way back. And then come to a seat. Cross the ankles over. We're going to roll over to hands and knees now. Coming into that tabletop shape. Rearranging yourself. Tuck your toes underneath for a cat-cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tail, and then exhale. Press away and round. Start to create your own movements here in your cat-cow. So if you want to circle out through your hips here, that can feel really nice. You might like to play with circling out through your shoulders, creating some movement through your head, figure eights. Just play, move, and explore. Good. And then we're going to come back into center. You're going to walk your knees a little bit further away from yourself and now walk your hands to the top edge of your mat. Come into a puppy pose. So the chest lowers down as the gaze travels forwards. If that's too much on your neck, tuck your chin to your chest and let your forehead find the ground. So we're really working on opening up through the space underneath the shoulders and getting some space through the front of the chest. If you sit on a computer a lot, this is really nice to taking the shoulders in the other direction. We're coming to a sphinx pose next. So you're going to start to take the weight into your forearms as you ripple the weight forwards and lower your belly down to the mat. So create a little bit of traction here by traveling your elbows back towards your feet. We squeeze our shoulder blades together on the back. The glutes are engaged as you lift your heart upwards. Take a breath in, feel that posterior chain working. And then as you exhale, lower yourself down. Tuck your toes under, find a child's pose. Push your hips back and over your heels. Keep your toes tucked under. Nice big stretch through the soles of the feet and into the plantar fascia. And take a breath in. And give a breath out. And then as you inhale, we're going to come up into a high kneeling position. So traveling up onto your knees, move your hands over your head and grow tall. As you exhale, the right hand comes behind you and the left hand comes in front for a twist. Can you look at your back fingers? Breath in and breath out. Right hand finds the right heel for a half camel shape. So I'm squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips forwards, lifting the heart and reaching that left arm back behind. Gaze is up. Breath in, breath out. We're going to return to that twist. Left hand in front, right hand back behind you. And now take the left hand down to the mat for a revolved tabletop shape as you look at those right fingertips. We'll thread the needle, take the right arm underneath the left and bring your right cheek all the way down to the mat. From there, start to walk your left fingers to the top edge of your mat. We're going to kick the left foot out to the side. This creates a little bit of a kickstand so we can roll ourselves further over that right shoulder. Perhaps the left fingertips move up to the sky. Maybe that hand even wraps around your back. Take a breath in as you peel open and get heavy through that right shoulder. And a breath out. Good. We're going to return left hand down to the mat and the right hand is coming back up to the sky. Look at those top fingertips once more. As you exhale, set that right hand down. We're going to shimmy this right shin out of the way so we can come down to a seat. Left hand catches the extended leg as we peel ourselves up and over. Reach really long through the side body. And then we're coming back to another flash dance. So the right hand comes behind the hips. Push into that hand, squeeze through your bum, push your hips out in front. And then as you exhale, lower yourself to a seat. Take the hands out in front and come to a one-legged tabletop. So you're extending the left leg out behind you. Get steady and strong as you extend the opposite arm long. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, connect and squeeze. Inhale, reach long and lengthen. Exhale, connect and squeeze. One more time, inhale, reach it long. And then exhale, squeeze it in. Beautiful. Breathe in as you reach. This time we're going to look to bind that back foot. So start to bend the knee, hand reaches back behind. So you can reach here without holding on. We're actively working this hamstring to squeeze the heel to the bum. We're reaching back with the right hand. Perhaps you stay there, perhaps you hold on to the foot, kicking foot to hand, lifting chest to sky, maybe even looking upwards. Take a breath in and a breath out. From there, releasing nice and slowly, reaching arm and leg out long. Land that right hand down and pivot yourself to a supported side plank. Left arm overhead, reaching nice and long. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale as you reach up through that back leg. And now exhale, you're going to step the left foot to the front of the mat. Low lunge, take the hands over your head. Lift your heart to the sky, take the gaze upwards. Exhale it to your monkey plank. Shift back, hands behind you. One more time, inhale, low lunge, hands travel high, sink into the hips. And then exhale, push it back to your monkey. Here we go, last time, breathing in, lifting high. On your exhalation, this time frame that front foot. Tuck your back toes under, squeeze the left knee into the chest, tiger curl. Stay with me. A little bit of work for those glutes. You're gonna land that left knee down on the mat, lift the right leg high, squeeze the right glute. Land the right toes, lift the left leg high, squeeze. We're just alternating, left knee to the mat, right leg lifts, point the toes. Right toes land, left leg lifts. One more each side, strong and steady, you've got it. Right leg lifts, squeeze bum. Lower the toes, lift the left leg. Beautiful. This time set the left toes down beside the right. Take a breath. You can use your knees or you can stay lifted. We're going to move through our chaturanga, our low plank. Rolling over the tops of the feet into an upward facing dog. Lifting the heart, squeezing the glutes. And now rolling over those toes into a downward facing dog. Take a breath in and find a breath out. Beautiful, you guys. On your next inhale breath, start to ripple the weight forwards, high plank. We're going to lower ourselves down to a cobra shape. Hips come to the mat, glutes squeeze, lift the gaze. Untuck your back toes and now push it into a child's pose. Breath into the lower back and breath out. Next inhale, gaze forwards, puppy pose. Let's take it to the other side. Melt the chest, soften through the shoulders. Take a breath in and give a breath out. Sphinx pose. As you rock the weight into the forearm. So create that traction again as you drag the elbows back towards the feet. Squeeze the glutes and elevate through your heart space. Feel your shoulders kissing one another as they move back behind you. Breath in and breath out. Good, lower the chest, press the weight into the hands, tuck the toes and come into a child's pose. Tuck the toes underneath in your child's pose, melt the head down to the mat. Breath in, breath out. Next inhale, we're traveling into our high kneeling position. Move your hands over your head as you rise up. On your exhale, take your twist to the other side. So the left hand is back, the right hand is out in front. So we're squeezing our glutes, we're pushing our hips forwards, and we're going to play with catching the back heel with the left hand. Maybe that's a little movement like this as you start to explore where is that foot. Yoga really helps with our proprioception as we start to understand where our body is in space. Maybe you catch hand to foot, push hips forward, pull hand back, half camel. We're going to rise back with that twist. Left hand back behind, look at those fingers. And now send the right hand down to the mat. So you're in like a revolved tabletop shape here. Look at your left fingertips twisted open. On your exhale breath, thread the needle. Take left arm under right, bring the left cheek down to the mat. So this time we walk those right fingers out in front. We're going to kick the right foot out to the stand like a little bit of a kickstand balancing. And then from there you have that ability to roll further over to that left shoulder. Your right arm could move up to the sky, could wrap around your back. So we're focusing the weight through the left shoulder, breathing into the spine as we twist and move, nourishing our joints, our muscles. You're gonna take your right hand now, return it back to the mat and unravel. Left hand up towards the sky. Look at those fingers. Exhale, set the left hand down and sit yourself back into your seat. Catch the extended leg with the right arm and pull the left arm over your head. Shine the heart to the sky, breath in and breath out. Flash dance, here we come. Left hands land behind your hips. Press your hips forward, squeeze your bum and open your heart. Good, as you exhale, sit your hips back down. Hands come forwards, tabletop position. That right leg is going to reach out behind you. Opposite arm reaches long. Take a breath in. As you exhale, elbow to knee connect. Inhale, reach long. Exhale to squeeze. You've got one more here. Breathe in, stay strong into that right arm. Exhale, squeeze it in. This time, inhale as you reach long, stay. Playing with that bind, bending through the back knee, reaching the front hand behind. So start in this active shape. We don't quite connect just yet. We're squeezing right hamstring, pulling heel to bum. Maybe then you hold onto the foot and play with kicking open through the chest. Gaze can lift higher. Without kicking that back foot, you're just gently going to release arm and leg long. Land the left hand down and now pivot on the left knee for your supported side plank shape. Right hand over your head. Lift up through that back leg. And now step the back foot to the top of the mat, low lunge. Pivoting yourself forwards, inhaling your hands high. Lift the heart, sink into the hips. Exhale into your monkey plank. Push the weight back, pull the toes to the face. Rock it forwards, low lunge, open up, and exhale. Take it back. Nice, next breath in, rock forwards, take hands high. And now as you exhale, bring your hands to frame that front foot. Tuck the toes, tiger curl right knee in towards the chest, pause. Feel that strength through your core, strength through your arms. Lower the right knee down towards the mat. Lift the left leg, point the toes, squeeze the glute. Good, lower those left toes down. Now sweep your right leg back behind you, lift it high. Right knee comes down. Left leg sweeps back, squeeze. Good, set it down. Right leg, lift it high. Feel that butt working. Last one, lift the leg, hold. And then lift the right knee, lift, hold. Right toes meet the left, take a breath. Exhale as you lower. Chaturanga halfway. Inhale, roll over the toes, lift the heart, upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, we roll it back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And give a breath out. Next inhale, look at your fingers. We're gonna walk our feet to our hands. Top edge of the mat for a half lift. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, reverse swan. Take yourself up to standing. And then on your exhale, bring your hands into your heart space. Tadasana, hands by your sides. Close your eyes. Take a moment to feel, to explore, to notice the space and the change. On your next breath in, gather the energy as you draw your arms over your head. We're going to interlace our thumbs here so our hands create this kind of butterfly shape. I think I'm going to cut my hands off in the camera there. Grow tall here, spread the toes wide, feel the energy through the soles of the feet. Lift the kneecaps, squeeze the glutes, and now send the weight over to the left side as you push your hips over to the right. We want to open our chest, so imagine you're pulling that right shoulder back. Good, next inhale, come into center. Other side, hinge to the right, push the hips to the left. Peel the left shoulder back and open. Good, inhale into center. We're going to take it into a back bend this time. So your hands can stay interlaced here. We're really squeezing the glutes, imagining you're pulling your arms back and lifting the heart high. If you need a little more support, bring your hands onto your lower back. Keep everything engaged here, squeezing through the legs as you start to lift your heart and lean the weight back. Stay for another 2. And another 1. Inhale as you make your way back into center. Then as you exhale, you're gonna bring the hands in front of the body, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and then just roll yourself back down into your forward fold. Inhale as you take a half lift. Exhale as you fold it forwards. Beautiful. Unravel the spine now. Roll yourself back up to standing. Circle your hands above your head. Palms come together to touch and exhale them down into your heart space. Close over your eyes. Feel that dance of energy and prana as it moves through your body. Take a moment of love, kindness, and appreciation to yourself for showing up, for moving, trying something maybe a little bit different, a little bit playful, a little bit more explorative. Remember that there is no right or wrong, that moving your body is always the right answer. With a beautiful smile over your face. Bow your head in respect to yourself and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Please like, comment, share. If you enjoy these short little videos, let me know. I'll take you down to our yoga studio next week and I'll do some filming down there and you can see our beautiful space that we now have. That's what I've been doing for the last year or so. See you soon.